Chatroom for Teens 2. Written by Liskoria editorial staff and Dwayne Voorhees. Lesson 11. Happy New Year!
Warm-up dialogue. Resolve is good. New Year's Day is only a week away. Can you believe it, Bob?
It's hard to believe, Babs, but it's true. Another year is almost gone.
Do you remember the New Year resolutions you made last year?
Not really. I think I forgot them as soon as I made them.
Well, I remember mine, and some of them actually came to pass.
Such as?
Well, I said I would study harder, and my grades got better as a result.
Well, congratulations. But I remember one of your resolutions that you didn't keep.
Which one is that?
I remember you said that you'd try to be kinder to your brother, but I think you're just as mean to me as you've ever been.
That's because you're such a rotten kid. Nobody could be kind to someone as bad as you.
That's exactly what I mean.
But seriously, what about this year? Are you making any resolutions?
Well, every year I promise to get more exercise and stop watching so much TV. So I guess I'll try again this year.
Well, good luck.
What about you? What is your New Year's resolution?
I'm going to try to do a better job keeping my promises.
That sounds like a good idea. You can start by promising to be nicer to me.
Questions. 1. Do you usually make New Year's resolutions? 2. Do you make them by yourself or with the help of your parents or friends? 3. Make your next list of New Year's resolutions now. Pictures talk.
One. Question number 1. Do you feel happy when a new year begins? Why or why not? Question number 2. What do you do on the first day of January? Question number 3. Do you get a present from your parents or any special pocket money?
2. Question number 1. Do you think time passes too fast? What makes you think so? Question number 2. Do your parents say time is passing too fast or too slow? Does age make a difference? Question number 3. Do you want to grow up soon? Why or why not?
3. Question number 1. What were your most important New Year's resolutions this year? Question number 2. Do you always keep your resolutions? Why or why not? Question number 3. What happens if you fail to keep them?
4. Question number 1. What were your parents' New Year's resolutions this year? Question number 2. Do you know if they kept them? What happened? Question number 3. Why do you think it is usually hard to keep these resolutions?
5. Question number 1. Do you like the teacher's resolutions? Why or why not? Question number 2. What would you like your teachers to do for you and your friends? Question number 3. Do you think your teachers really love you? Explain in detail.
6. Question number 1. What's the main difference between last year and this year? Question number 2. Do you think you have a better understanding of your friends and family? Question number 3. Do you feel more responsible towards your family and yourself? Answer me. One. Negotiating a raise.
Hi, Mom. I want to talk to you about something important.
Certainly, son. What's on your mind?
Well, I think I need a bigger allowance.
Why? Don't you get enough?
It's okay, I guess, but I think I should get more because it's a new year.
Is that the only reason?
I guess so, but it's a pretty good reason.
Do you think your dad and I get a raise every year just because it's a new year?
I don't know, but you should.
Are you willing to do more work around the house? Help with chores?
Sure.
Okay, I'll discuss it with your father when he comes home. We'll see what he says.
I'm sure he'll agree if you tell him you think it's a good idea.
Questions. 1. Do your parents increase your allowance every year? 2. Do you think you deserve a raise every year, even if your responsibilities remain the same? 3. What do you think a fair allowance would be for someone your age?
2. Overdoing it? Charles, I think you're doing a wonderful job at school.
Thanks, Mom. But it isn't any better than usual. What's up?
I know I complain a lot when you do something wrong, so I decided that one of my New Year's resolutions is to compliment you more. I don't want you to think I don't appreciate your accomplishments.
I don't think that.
I know you don't. You're so thoughtful.
I'm glad you think so.
And so appreciative.
Thanks, Mom. But it's kind of embarrassing when you act this way.
So humble.
Mom, cut it out. I like it better when you're acting normal.
Don't you like compliments?
Sure, if I do something to deserve them, but not every second.
Questions. 1. Do you think adults usually keep their resolutions? 2. When do your parents praise you? When do they criticize you? 3. How do you feel when they complain about you? Do you ever think you deserve it? 3. Promises, promises. Dad, I'm so disappointed in you. You promised to stop smoking.
I know I did, and I will, but right now I'm under a lot of stress from work. Smoking helps calm my nerves.
But your job isn't any different than it always is it? How will next week be any different?
I just bought a new pack. If I don't smoke at all, it'll just be a waste of money.
But a pack of cigarettes doesn't cost much. Bad health is a lot more expensive than that.
I know, but I bought it out of habit. I'm used to buying a pack when I buy a newspaper. I don't even think about doing it.
I'll help you by just giving you enough change for a paper. That way you'll have to think about it.
Thanks, you're a big help. But smoking is also a habit. I've been smoking since I was in high school. It's hard to stop.
But it would be easier if you actually tried to stop.
Okay, I promise.
When?
Soon. Questions. 1. To stop smoking is one of the most common New Year's resolutions among adults, but many people fail. Can you explain why? 2. A lot of people suffer from second-hand smoke. What is that? Why is it a problem? 3. Do your parents smoke? If they do, could you get them to stop? How?
4. A matter of perspective. Don't you love it every time a new year comes?
No, not particularly.
But it's a time for starting over. I can get rid of all the bad things in my life and look forward to new challenges and adventures.
That's great, but you're young and have a lot to look forward to.
You're young too.
Not anymore. For me, a new year just means that I'm getting older. Each year that goes by means that I'm less and less likely to achieve my dreams, and everything costs more just to keep what I already have.
Gosh, I hope that I never get so old that I feel that way.
I hope so too.
Questions. 1. What do your parents think about the new year? Do they celebrate? 2. What does everything cost more just to keep what I already have mean? 3. Is Jasmine's father a pessimist or an optimist? What about her? How about you? Let's talk more.
One. My New Year's resolutions list. 1. I will study harder. 2. I will exercise more. 3. I will keep a balanced diet. 4. I will find more time to help Mom and Dad. 5. I will be kind to my brothers and sisters. 6. I won't make any promise I don't think I can keep. 7. I will be optimistic. 8. I will turn off the TV 1 day a week. 9. I won't trouble my parents to wake me up. 10. I will read more books. Questions. 1. What is a balanced diet? 2. Do you help your mom or dad much? If so, how? 3. Are you always kind to your brothers and sisters? Are they kind to you? Why or why not?
2. My resolutions. I have 2 ears but only 1 mouth, so I will listen more to my parents and teachers and try to do what they ask. And I will talk softly and not as much as I do now. I will volunteer more of my time to help others. I will apologize for my mistakes and forgive other people for their shortcomings. I will try to understand the viewpoints of others and especially why my parents and teachers nag me so much. And I won't make any lame excuses when I make a mistake. Questions. 1. Do you often volunteer your time for a good cause? If so, what do you do? If not, why not? 2. Do you always apologize when you think you made a mistake? 3. List 3 lame excuses that kids often make.
3. New Year's resolutions my parents should make. 1. I will treat my kids just like my friends. 2. I will not get mad at them when they make mistakes. 3. I will always cheer my kids up when they feel blue. 4. I will raise their allowance and let them spend it on anything they like. 5. When I'm stressed out, I won't take it out on my kids anymore. In turn, if my parents keep all their promises above, I will respect them and follow their advice. Questions. 1. For each of the 5 resolutions, tell why your parents might disagree. 2. What would happen if you tried to apply them to your own parents? Would they work? 3. Make your own list of resolutions on behalf of your own parents.
4. How I will spend this year. In January, I will learn to ski. In February, I will visit my relatives in the United States. In March, I'll win a lot of money in the lottery. In April, I'll treat my friends and family to a big party and give them what they need most of all. In May, I'll find true love and decide who I will spend the rest of my life with. In June, I'll compose the greatest song ever written. In July, I'll invent a drug that can cure AIDS. In August, I'll bring my new American friends to my country to visit me. In September, I'll call the president and give him my plan for world peace. In October, I'll celebrate my birthday in Paris. In November, I'll master the newest online game. And in December, I'll make my plans for next year. Questions. 1. How many of these plans do you think are likely to be achieved? Which ones? 2. Do you plan far ahead? What will you be doing next week, next month, next year, 10 years from now, 25 years in the future? 3. What is your biggest goal this year? Real talk. Should be in the proper spirit. Carl, what are your New Year's resolutions going to be?
I'm not going to make any this year.
Why not? You always make resolutions.
That's right, but they never work out.
What do you mean?
I try to keep them, but always fail. I'm tired of living under the stress of failure, so I just won't make any.
I think that's the wrong attitude. You should try to improve yourself even if you fail. If you don't succeed, you will have lost nothing, but you'll never do any better if you don't even try.
I suppose you're right.
Good. What are your resolutions then?
Let me think.
Well?
Okay, I'm going to try to be better at video games, and I'd like to get better grades without studying so hard.
Questions. 1. Why did Carl decide not to make New Year's resolutions? 2. Why does his mother think he should make some? 3. What is your opinion about his goals for the year?
Read me. A practical approach. There is no tomorrow and no next year. Every day is the same as yesterday, and all years are alike. That's my attitude. That way nobody should ever make a big fuss about New Year's resolutions. All we should ever have to worry about is doing our best today, not forever. And if we make a mistake this time, we'll just try again next time. And if today was wonderful, that does not mean tomorrow will be terrific as well, so we can't just rest on our laurels. Questions. 1. Do you agree with this attitude or not? Explain your answer. 2. Was today better than yesterday? How? Can you detect any improvement in anything big or small? 3. In practical terms, what advice would you give to people to live happier lives?